Harlem in 1969 was tough. Gritty streets, scarce opportunities, and survival was everything. Sean Combs grew up fast. His father, Melvin, was murdered when Sean was just 2, leaving his mother, Janice, to raise him alone. Janice hustled, working multiple jobs to move them from Harlem to Mount Vernon, determined to give Sean a better life. Even as a kid, Sean was a hustler. Paper routes, selling candy, always looking for an angle. That drive took him to Howard University, where he threw legendary parties and built a network. But the classroom couldn't hold him. He started interning at Uptown Records, learning the music business from the inside. Eventually, he made a choice: drop out and chase the dream. He left Howard behind, betting everything on a future in music. It was a huge gamble, but Sean Combs was never afraid to bet on himself. He knew his destiny wasn't in a lecture hall, it was in a recording studio. Harlem taught him hustle, Howard gave him ambition, and now he was ready to take on the world. The journey from Harlem streets to Howard's halls was just the beginning. The real story was about to start. He was hungry, he was sharp, and he had a plan, and the world was about to know his name. Back in New York, Puffy hit Uptown Records with relentless energy. He shaped the sound and style of Jodeci and Mary J. Blige, but his ambition was too big for Uptown. After a disastrous charity event, he was fired, but that only fueled him. With a loan and a vision, he launched Bad Boy Records in 1993. His first major signing, the notorious Big Puffy and Biggie, became an unstoppable force dominating the hip-hop scene. But the East Coast versus West Coast rivalry turned deadly. Tupac was killed in 1996. 6 months later, Biggie was gone too. The loss was devastating, but Puffy turned pain into music. He released I'll Be Missing You, a global hit that made him a star in his own right. Bad Boy was more than a label. It was a movement. Puffy had lost his biggest star, but he was about to become an even bigger one himself. He was no longer just a producer. He was the face of hip-hop. The empire was built on risk, resilience, and reinvention, and Puffy was just getting started. The world was watching. After Biggie's death, Puff Daddy became Diddy, the brand, the mogul, the party king. His white parties were legendary, drawing A-listers and shaping culture. These weren't just parties. They were business, keeping his name in headlines and building his empire. Diddy launched Sean John, Ciroc Vodka, and Revolt TV, expanding his reach far beyond music. But with fame came scrutiny, rumors, lawsuits, and controversy. The 1999 nightclub shooting with Jennifer Lopez put him in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. He was acquitted, but the cracks in his image were showing. Still, Diddy kept winning, turning setbacks into comebacks. He embodied can't stop, won't stop, always evolving, always hustling. For years, nothing could touch him, but the higher he climbed, the more dangerous the fall. The empire looked untouchable, until it wasn't. In November 2023, Diddy's empire began to crumble. Cassie Ventura's lawsuit accused him of years of abuse, opening the floodgates for more allegations. Lawsuits piled up and federal agents raided his homes in early 2024. Then, a 2016 hotel video surfaced, Diddy assaulting Cassie, caught on camera. The footage was undeniable. The world saw the truth. Diddy apologized, but the damage was done. Brands cut ties, his music vanished from playlists, and his reputation collapsed overnight. Criminal charges followed: sex trafficking, racketeering, and more. The King of New York was now a pariah. The stage was set for a courtroom showdown. His legacy, once untouchable, was now on trial. The fall was swift and brutal. Diddy's trial gripped the world. Prosecutors painted him as a predator. His defense called it a witch hunt. The jury acquitted him of the most serious charges but found him guilty on lesser counts: assault and drug distribution. It was a partial victory, a partial defeat. Diddy awaits sentencing, his empire in ruins, his future uncertain. The verdict left more questions than answers. Is he a misunderstood genius or a predator who escaped justice? The debate rages on. His story is a cautionary tale about power, fame, and the American dream's dark side. The final chapter of the Diddy saga is still unwritten.